Good afternoon, people. How's everyone doing? You might be wondering why I'm here. Sorry for any audio issues or anything like that. My name's Andrew. I'm the Winter Surfer. I'm stepping in for Jem, who is trying to enjoy his holiday, but with Chelsea, that's just not happening. But before we go ahead, we're on Chelsea Fans TV, on GNA TV. Like, share the video, please. Also subscribe to support both amazing channels. And I just want to say big up to Jem for giving me this opportunity to do so. He's one of the guys who helped me actually just break into YouTube and stuff like that. So I appreciate what Jem does and everything like that. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of Potter out stuff here. Put your questions in the chat. It's going to be me for a bit. Then I'm going to bring the guys on. We're going to go through player ratings. I'm going to give one player to them at a time. So one player to each person, not everyone go through. Then I'm going to unleash them on what they want to say about Potter. And then everyone's going to have ample time to speak. But big up to Jem. Big up to Vic, iToxic, Devon, Rodrigo, everyone that's in here, Ashraf. Breaking news actually before even starting. Thanks to Jem for sending them that. Breaking news is that Potter has apparently got 2 more games. 2 more games. Or the feeling is that he could have 2 more games. 2 more games. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I can handle 9 more days of this. I really don't. I really do not think I can handle 2 more days of this guy, because I don't know about you. Yesterday's performance wasn't really a surprise, but there's a few things I don't accept. I will never accept as a Chelsea fan, and that's losing to Tottenham. I will never ever accept. I will never accept the bad performance or losing to Tottenham ever. I just won't. I just can't have it. It's just something that it's like you're trying to tell me 2 + 2 = 5. I will never accept that at all. And yesterday's game. Let's just go into it. 2-0. 2-0. And this isn't even a great Spurs side. It's not even a good Spurs side. 2-0. They beat us. 2-0. 2-0. They beat us. Let's talk about the lineup, all right? Let's talk about the lineup. So here we go. We had Kepa in goal. Fine. There's no one else. Jem is on holiday. He's a well-deserved holiday. So he'll be back next week. Well-deserved holiday, but Kepa in goal, there's no other choice, right? The back 4. Reece James, Thiago Silva starting, Koulibaly, maybe that's an odd one, and Chilwell. Midfield, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Enzo. I'd been predicting it all week. I didn't think he was going to play Zakaria. Then we had Felix in the middle, Ziyech. Good God almighty, Ziyech. Sterling on the left, and of course Havertz. Havertz is always going to start. How did he set them up? So unfortunately we lost Thiago Silva. We still don't know what the issue. I know it's a knee thing. We don't know if how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully it's not too long. Then we'll see if Fofana comes in. How do we set up? So you have Enzo Fernandez, your creative 6, dropping deeper and deeper, trying to be a DM. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you set him up like that? Why didn't Zakaria start? Why isn't it being asked why Zakaria didn't start? Why? Ruben's been good, but he's not that type of player. He's built for that type of player, but he doesn't play like that type of player whatsoever. Why? Yes, Enzo, you're right, Kanzi. Enzo must be thinking, why did he come here? Well, honestly. And then you have Reece James, one of our best attacking outlets. Is he not allowed to attack or something? Am I missing something? Is he not allowed to go and bomb down the right? Are we not allowed to do that? Is he not allowed to do that whatsoever? And then you've got Felix, who didn't really have a good game. Lawrence, Jem is on holiday. Anyone who asks me Jem is, he's on holiday. He's on holiday, guys. Yes, and, Josh is right. We'll come to that a bit later, Josh. Yeah, too many players. I mean, imagine a big club having too many players, guys. Then you've got Sterling coming in. I thought he did okay. But you've got Ziyech. I mean, this guy wants to leave our club, and he's playing him. He wants to leave our club. The day after the transfer window, this guy was in a PSG office waiting to see if his appeal was successful in joining them on loan. Exactly, Jem. Jem will be in the chat. Jem, he's never a sitter. He's playing top quality. He's regressing. Every player is regressing with these tactics. Everyone. Big up Declared. Big up Sosa as well. I'll try and get to put up as many messages as possible. You can always put in a super chat as well. Those will always be read out. Could Kante be fit to play for a Champions League game? But then he could be. He's in training, but do you rush him back and then risk him being injured again? Big up Jazza as well. But just, and then we get to 0-0. I think they hit the bar in the first half. I think we had like one shot on target. And don't get me started with this XG rubbish I'm hearing about. Oh, we had more XG. A straight shot at the goalkeeper like Felix had adds to your XG. It just does. It just does. Do not give me this XG rubbish. How about XW, expected wins? Because that's 0. That's probably minus at this moment in time. If we sack Potter, who do we get? Do you know what? I don't care. I just want him out. Take him and his stuff to go. I don't care if you put Billy the Kitman in charge at this point. Just get him out. So we get to half time, 0-0. What the hell? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That made me laugh. But we get to half time. Okay, somehow we're still in this game, lads. We're not playing well. Still in this game. What do? Let's make sure we go out there, keep it calm. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. And who do we concede to? Not Kulusevski, not Son, not Kane. Friggin' Oliver Skip. I'll just... Grail's dinner. Thanks for Super Chat, my friend. We were time wasting after 30 minutes. By the way, small team mentality that comes from the coach. No half-time changes. Madurecki not coming on. Get him out. Lawrence, I've already told you where Jem is, bro. No need to put the chat... You know what? Put you on a little time out, broski. But you know, it's all good. So, but thank you, Grail's dinner, for that. You're right. It was this guy can't handle this pressure. You cannot handle it. You can see it. But 40 seconds afterwards, that would be something there. I tell you what, they'd have to put that at 12 midday on a Saturday or something. There's no way you do that midweek. That's for sure. Going up server, that's something else. That's on another stream. I won't put that up again. But time to blame the owners. I blame the owners in a sense of backing this guy. Just take the L, man. You're rich enough to take the L. And I treat this guy like David Moyes' situation at Man United. They were still paying him 5 years later. Just pay him over the years. Just do that. Just do that. But yeah, second half, Oliver Skip. Bro, that was his first ever league goal for Tottenham. Oliver Skip. You should have resigned as soon as he hit the back of the net. You're letting Oliver Skip dunk on you? Oliver Skip. Another super chat for Sasuke. Potter is short-term problem. Bowley, long-term problem. I don't agree with the last bit at this moment in time, only because that's yet to be proven. If they don't sack this coach, then yeah, you can have a go at the owners. The problem is now we're dealing with ego and finance at the same time. This is our guy, but we're going to have to pay him loads of money. We can pay him over time or pay him from the sales of some of the players in the summer. Yeah, exactly. This is the main bit. Anyone who's Potter in, if our rivals want him to stay, you know he's not doing well, because we've done it to them. We've done it when Ollie was in charge. We've done it at the start when Arteta was in charge. We're starting it down doing with Klopp's in charge. Honestly, or any Tottenham manager. if you have any friends and they're saying we should keep Potter, and they're smiling at the same time, that's what they're doing. But back to the game. Yeah, exactly. But exactly. Will they succumb to pressure? Let's do this. But yeah, Skip scores on you 1-0. What do? I know what the game changes. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring on Mason Mount and play him at left wing, and I'm going to bring on Zakaria. That's what I'm going to do. Zakaria. I'm going to bring on Zakaria because we all know Zakaria you bring on to get you back into a game to make you score goals and everything like that. Big up Minerals FC. I know that's not the actual Minerals FC, but big up yourself. But yeah, you bring them on. What changes? What happened? Did anything happen? Nothing happened. Nothing happened, right? And then what happens? We concede another one, 82nd minute. No one marking Kane at the back post. He scores. He scored. And then what do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring on Mudryk and Aubameyang. I'm going to give them 9 minutes of normal time and some of injury time. And we all know. I'll get to that. That's a good point, Couch. We all know that you can easily adapt to a game within 1 or 2 minutes, right? You don't need like 10 or so minutes just to build up and then get into the flow of the game. Couch critic here. Let's not lose sight of the fact Potter has been outcoached by back-to-back caretaker coaches. Yeah, Southampton last week and this guy this week because Conte wasn't there. Conte wasn't even there, bro. And they play better. This guy's got an amazing record. He's beat City and stuff like that. But this is just painful to watch. You know what I mean? It's just painful, the fact that we've got this guy who doesn't show any tactical nous. I don't know what the game plan is. Of course, they're not going to have a game plan. They got 3 days off last week. Nobody knows what the game plan is. His substitution, his starting lineup is all wrong. The way what he wants them to do is all wrong. His subs make no positive impact whatsoever. He comes out. He comes out after the game saying, "Oh, the lads gave the all. The lads gave the all." Imagine that. Last week it was we played better in the second half. This week it's the lads gave their all. Do you know what? I would ask you, Potter. If that's given their all, I'd hate to see when you think they're not giving their all. I understand protecting players. And not calling someone out individually. I understand that whatsoever. But you can't BS us, man. You can't BS us and tell us we lads gave the rule. Really? I know people that went to the game, Lewis, Batter, and stuff like that. The away section was emptying before the second goal. You think they thought that you lot gave the rule after they spent their hard-earned money on tickets, travel, food and drink, stuff like that to watch what you served up? You think the players gave the all? You're going to come out and say that? Honestly, the lads don't care because they don't like this manager, and it shows. Just we're going as 300 watching, find on Chelsea Fans TV and GNA TV. Thank you very much. Like and share the video on both channels, please, and subscribe. Just a super chat from President Jafar. Lee's doing a double on us should be fun. Yeah. Manager bounce. And he'll have a game plan. They will steamroller us in midfield. That's what Leeds will do. They will steamroller us in midfield. Chopper Harris, you're absolutely right. I jokingly said to Jem before the stream happened that if I was a great editor, I would literally just replay the video from last week, and every time Jem said Southampton, anything referring to Southampton, you just put Tottenham. You just put Tottenham player or Tottenham. You just say Tottenham. You just do. Mentality of the coach does not match the ambition of the. Oh, bro, it's total opposite. It's like two magnets. It's like two magnets trying to get together. It's just wrong. And he's done something actually I didn't think would happen, Potter. He's managed to achieve. He's managed to eclipse Lampard AVB and Scolari as the worst manager. I've been supporting Chelsea over 25 years, way before Roman Abramovich entered the scene. And he is by far, in my time supporting Chelsea, he is the worst manager we have ever had, as I'm speaking right now, on February the 27th, 2023. He is the worst manager by far. Because I tell you why. Lampard, AVB, and that may have not been good managers. AVB and Scolari may not have been managers. But I enjoyed watching parts of their football. I did. This guy, I can only think of 2 games. Wolves at home and Milan at home at the moment. Potter doesn't know his own structure. But bro, I don't. If he doesn't know, how are the players supposed to know? AVB was the worst manager? No, I'm sorry. No. Currently, right now, he is the worst Chelsea manager since I've been supporting him. And I thought no one could top. AVB was my worst. Trust me, bro. AVB was my worst. I didn't think anyone could eclipse AVB. This guy's done it. And also, he's managed to unite most of this Chelsea fan base. Unbelievable. Scolari was our worst. Bro, no. I'll tell you why Scolari wasn't our worst. We played some good football at the start of Scolari's reign. We did. We've never played that type of football under Potter during his 20-plus games. Rivals and jobless fans trying to run the Arteta-Potty PR comparisons, but they failed to mention Arteta one. Yeah, also, going, they also trying to now add Klopp into this. Klopp had a CV. Klopp broke the Bayern dominance in Germany. He'd also got to a Champions League final. He'd also smacked up Jose Mourinho in the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. It is not the same whatsoever. I'm sorry. This guy's been backed like never before. This guy's been backed way before. It's been backed so much more than those managers. So much more. And look at the squad he inherited as well. It was a good-ish. Look at the squad Klopp inherited. Don't give me that rubbish. Do not give me that rubbish whatsoever. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, but beat AC Milan. It was 3-0, wasn't it? Most overprotected manager I have ever seen. Well, I ask you right now, because I can't see a lot at this moment. Potter in people, they've either flipped or they are not saying anything at this moment in time whatsoever. Yes, he had no Premier League experience, but he at least won. I think he won with Porto. I think he won a treble with Porto or something like that. But the thing is, even during his short reign, there was still football that I enjoyed. It ended wrong. Southgate vibes, possibly, but at least Southgate. No, I can't even do that really. Potter sounded like a Potter fan in bringing up. Bring up. Hey, do we now have a reason why he doesn't like Aubameyang? Because he probably watched that documentary, how it was edited. Maybe that's why he doesn't like Aubameyang and stuff like that. I don't remember Hardy, but he inherited a far worse team and still had them. Yes, you're right. And he won the trophy in this first season. You can't win if you don't score, and we have no goals in the team. You're right. We don't have no goals in the team, and I don't blame him for what we can't finish. I blame him for picking people and not picking Aubameyang, but there we go. Should have sold Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, Romelu Lukaku? Well, yeah. I think most of those will be going anyway. Hi, Jem, you all right?
Yes, not bad. I thought I'd just quickly jump in for like 5 minutes and quickly share myself and then allow you to continue doing the great job that you're doing, mate. You're doing really well. Really, really well so far. People,
because you're on holiday, you suffered. You're suffering this abroad.
Do you know what it is though? They live rent free in my head. I can't just have a day of not thinking about it. Like it's so frustrating, absolutely frustrating. But guys, over 400 of you here. Big up to every single one of you that are here as well. Keep showing some support to Andrew as well. Smash the likes. Let's get this up to easily 200 likes on both channels. Come on, we're doing well.
Yeah.
I will be, just to let you guys know, I will be back for the match reaction of the Dortmund game. So, yeah, no match preview, but match reaction. I fly back on the next day in the afternoon, so it'll be normal time. So
that could be a big stream if we go out. That could be a massive stream if we go out.
A big comeback return stream, yeah. It'd be worth talking about, 100%.
Yeah. Go on for 6 hours or something like that.
Exactly. Look, I'll be really quick because I don't want to, disturb your rhythm and stuff. But, Saturday's performance stinks, and like Andrew said to you guys already, you could literally just replay back what I said at the Southampton game and just literally change the words. Like, it's the same crap. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing enough, guys. We're just not seeing enough from the manager. He's not problem solving. He's not tactically showing anything. He's not. He's able to work out. Oh, fuck off. 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Sorry, someone called me. He's not being able to work out the problems that we have in the team. He's not getting the best out of the players that we have. The top quality players that we have signed in the January window, he's regressing. He's not finding any sort of rhythm in their play. All right, we lost Thiago Silva yesterday, and he is massively important. But I actually thought Wesley Fofana came on and done an okay job, to be honest, when he came on. But the midfield, I would say Ruben and Enzo were fine in the first half, and then they got the overrun, And the second, and the real issue, and it's always been our issue, is the attacking side of things. We just can't seem to be direct. We can't, build. I don't get our style of play when we attack. I don't think we have. I don't get what we try. What is it that we try and do when we move forward and we have the ball? Because it's just not good enough, And even Reece James, right? Ever since he's been back, he's not looked great. I'll be honest with you.
No.
He's not looked, the shadow of himself as well. So Potter's got. He's all right giving people 2 days off, isn't he? And giving them breaks because they need it and whatever. But for what I'm seeing, they need to be in training every day and doing over the hours to understand specifically what what the requirement is as like the style of play that Potter wants to play, and that's the issue. Like we just haven't, we're not seeing anything, and like you can't keep backing someone that's not showing you what he's doing. And when you look at Tuchel and other managers, they always still won games because they always managed to find a way to get it done in between games, right? Even if we weren't playing well, we'd just do something and we'd win. It might be a shit 1-0, but at least they won. Do you know what I mean? They managed to get something out of it. Graham Potter's not doing that, and that is a real big issue for us moving forward, mate. And it's going to continue because it doesn't seem like he has the. I said this about Potter. I think I was waiting to see whether we had the world-class qualities of being able to become a top manager, right? And we're not seeing any of it. What we are seeing is a coach, just a coach, someone that can actually probably coach any other team other than the tops, like a bigger team, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, Man City, where the pressure's on. You've got bigger egos, you've got the qualities, you've got to manage it all and understand it all and get the best out of them. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's ever, he's never done this before anyway, but I don't think he's showing that he can do it, and that's the real issue. Like, he's good with players that come from around Europe that no one knows about, that just come and they work really hard because they want to make a name for themselves in the Premier League. And then what do Brighton do? Like Basuma, like the others, they just sell them on. Like, like he's good at that because he can work with his structure and they'll listen. But when it comes to actually quality players and a bigger team like Chelsea and the competition levels are a lot higher and the expectations, he's not showing it, right? And that's the issue.
Well, yeah, I mean, the excuses FC, I mean, like, we're getting this feedback, he's unhappy that his training methods aren't going across, he's got too many players. Hello, you joined a big club. What did you expect?
Exactly. Yeah.
What did you expect? I'm fearing this guy fears playing 2 games a week. I don't think he can handle it. He's never done it before. He's never done it to this high standard before. It's like, oh my God, did he not think that? When it's like, I feel really sorry for him. It's like, well, he chose this. He chose to take this job. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't feel too sorry for him. He chose these circumstances. He should have known. Like, are you then saying, Pot, you were blindsided? You didn't know that we were going to sign all these players, or we were going to sign players? Is that what you're saying? And even then, you go, well, okay, well, we're not going to keep all of them. You don't have to train all 35 of them into your plan or something like that. Do you know what I mean? All 35 of them aren't going to play.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just excuses.
It's becoming painful. It's just becoming painful, and it's coming to the point now. It's like, how long can we continue doing and watching and seeing what we're seeing? How long can the owners continue to watch this? Because eventually, what's going to happen is the fan base are going to turn against the owners, because the owners are the ones that are allowed it, right? And this is the issue.
Yeah, I'll say this while you're here now, Jim.
Sorry, I can't get calls, but Andrew, I'll let you crack on because I keep getting calls anyway. I don't want to ruin the shame and that, but yeah, keep going, mate. You're smashing it, and over 500 people nearly here as well. So big up to every single one of you, and enjoy the show, guys. Enjoy the show.
Cheers, Jim. Speak to you soon, mate. That's the thing as well. The owners are undoing all their good work in terms of buying the club, changing the training ground, stuff like that. Want to improve the stadium, add in players. They are undoing it day by day, hour by hour, by keeping this guy on. I mean, that report about he's got 2 more games. I'm telling you right now, that atmosphere on Saturday, outside and inside the ground, that's going to be something different, especially if Leeds go 1-0 up or something like that, or equalise or something like that, or or it's a 0-0 or something like that, and we play badly. Honestly, that atmosphere is probably going to be the worst you've ever heard it in this modern Chelsea. My thing is this: if you want, this is going to sound crazy, and people are going to go, "What are you talking about? You shouldn't say that." You want the board to notice how much you don't want this manager. So DJ Savage, when Todd Bowley hired him, he was told top 4 was not must. More or less, he was given free passage for the season, right? But even I don't think they thought it would be this bad. But Devon, I'm all for backing the manager and giving him time and being loyal. But it has to be the right manager. Time is not given. Time is earned. Time is earned. Show me something to earn the time, and I will give you it. I will give you it. But yeah, back to if you want these owners to take notice, and it's going to sound crazy. The Dortmund game coming up. If you've got a ticket, I'm not saying sell it whatsoever or give it away to someone else. Don't go. Or unify together and leave early. Leave early. You want Potter out? Do that. Don't send threats because that's stupid. Yeah. Once you send threats, you lose. There's no way football, logically to me, there's no way football could ever make you send a death threat to anyone. Stupid. And if you are one of those people, you're stupid. Okay. And I hope they catch you and ban you for life. Thomas Tuchel has won 35% of the Premier League points this season. He was saying, yeah, exactly. But we need protests outside the ground. Well, one was tried to be organised. It was none of you unified or communicated with each other. That's what I mean. You don't even need to protest. Either don't show up to the game on next Tuesday, or leave early. Leave early. Do that. Leave. That's the way the ownership will take notice, because it affects you. Even though you pay for your ticket, how bad will that look in a big knockout Champions League tie? That stadium is half full, or 1/4 full. Or there's pictures of mass exodus from that. How bad is that? They would have to look at that then. It's untenable. You go out and you have that situation, it's untenable. You cannot have this guy in charge. If this guy stays in charge, is that a possibility? Now, people are going to go, no, we're too good to go down. I give you Leeds 03. I give you West Ham 02-03, and I give you Leeds 03-04. Very talented squads. They went down. And Leeds didn't come back for 19 years, something like that. Our run of form is relegation. It's 2 wins in 16. We have scored 4 goals this year. Yeah. We have not won in 10 away games. Okay. Our goal of the month competition for February is 1 goal. And that's João Felix. João Felix is that. Exactly. 6-point gap between 12th and 19th. It's not a big gap. We are level on points with Aston Villa. We're only 10th because of goal difference. And we've got Leeds coming up, who have got a new manager bounce. I have no confidence we will win that game. And then we've got Leicester coming up. I think we've got Wolves or Everton. If you think we're going to beat Everton with our midfield, and I trust you, any of you guys in January were telling me that Onana's not good enough to play for this club. Watch when he plays against us. You watch. Yeah, even I said Dortmund, the Leeds game's probably going to be even more hostile. Really, if you think about it. You're absolutely right. Leeds is. Yes, you're absolutely right. Because after those games, we still have to play Arsenal, Man United, City, Liverpool, which will probably be a draw, and Newcastle. Still. No one can tell me a better manager wouldn't get more from this team. Exactly. I give you Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag has gone into Manchester United with a crap squad. Let's face it, after 16, 18 players, their squad is crap. Okay? And you can ask Man United fans about that. After that, it's very bare. It's very bare at all. Look what this guy's done for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka last year was a joke. He was going to be sold. Look what he's done. He's re-emerged. Luke Shaw. Look what's happened there. He's played Bruno out on the right. He's getting a tune out of Bruno. Whatever you may think of him, he's contributing. Cheers, Bobby. Do appreciate that. Like I say, 465 people watching across both channels. Like and share the video, please. Also, if you could subscribe to both channels and support them as well. Yeah, just do that. And also, yeah, if you want to send a super chat, these will always be read up. I don't think we even need an elite manager to do better. Even a competent manager would do better with this squad. That's our bad approach. Yeah, he's not even competent. Yeah, elite manager. This term elite manager, whatever. Elite manager, you want an elite manager, that's fine. I'm absolutely fine. But look at Eddie Howe's not an elite manager. Are you telling me Joel Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, Sven Botman knew about Eddie Howe before he got there? Are you joking? Look what he did to Joe Linton. Joe Linton was a joke. Joe Linton was going to be a flop, one of Premier League flops, worst buys ever. He's turned him into a competent, good midfielder. Yeah? He's playing one of the Longstaff guys. I mean, Cher. I mean, what? He got into a cup final. They're sort of tailing off at the moment right now, but look what he's doing. With more investment, they'll get better. Are you really telling me that? Sean Dyche won 2 out of his 4 games. They weren't going to win those 2 games under Lampard. He's gone in there. He's made an impact. Yeah, De Zerbi at Brighton. Are you telling me those Brighton players were watching Shakhtar Donetsk and knew who De Zerbi was? Were they balls? Did they know that? Absolute nonsense. This whole thing that no manager could do anything better. I disagree. And you're going to need the manager to do better because the way we're playing, I don't even see us getting a lot of draws, and we need like 9 points to get to 40. 40 might be good enough, maybe just under 40, but we need that. Where do you get them from? Leeds? I'm not confident getting anything from Leeds. Leicester? I know they lost to Arsenal and they've got a few players missing, but they did spank Spurs 4-1 the week before. And what, you've got Wolves? Is it Wolves? Or is it? No, it's Everton, isn't it? Everton? That midfield, that P&P midfield is going to run through us. I'm telling you right now. Big up, Andrew. I have a question. Why are these owners seeing our games and losers and not sacking the manager? And the interesting part is Todd attend every game. I know he was going to attend yesterday. I think the report said that Egbali was going to attend the next 2. My opinion now is based on why he's not sacked. It's ego and finance, like that. Maybe there isn't a clause in the contract he can't be sacked before a certain date, or he has to achieve this, or something like that. Or if he doesn't achieve this, he can be sacked. Maybe that's why we're getting this report now today. He's got 2 games less. It's like if he doesn't make like quarter final or semi final of Champions League, where they get knocked out early, they can sack him. I don't care. You need to sack him now. He's talking about last week about mental health and everything like that. What about our mental health as fans? Seeing as we put in our own money for this millionaire and the millionaire players to not perform. What about our mental health? Anyone think about that? Yeah? Anyone think about health and safety? Because of how toxic the atmosphere is going to be and is getting? I mean, we're not fighting each other because I don't think there is a Potter in, Potter out. I think we're all Potter out. Go support another club if you don't like Chelsea, relegation or championship. We'll support Chelsea. Go support another club. Now, I don't know if this is trolling or if this is true. Yeah? If you're accepting these standards and accepting a relegation at Chelsea, then I'm sorry, you can go support another club because that's not what Chelsea's built on. Yeah? You go support another club. Or are you saying you've been told this because you didn't put the quotation marks in there to say if it's like anything like that? Just let us know what you're going. But if this is why I'm reading it right now, if you think it's acceptable to be relegated or anything like that as a Chelsea fan, then I don't believe you're a Chelsea fan. I just don't. Exactly, Carlito. Potter is deflecting. Exactly. Total deflection. And you know what? I blame journalists as well. Ask him the hard-hitting questions. Even if he doesn't answer them, ask them. Because then we know he's just not there. He's just not going to do it. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Just doesn't care. We have to bring a striker in from academy. I don't know who there is. We've got 2 strikers. They're Aubameyang for Fafana. He doesn't play them. We lose to Leeds. They want it more. We're the only club giving training days. Yeah. How many days have we given this week? Yeah. Let me know. Let me know how many days. Yeah. Go. Thank you very much. Yeah. Good response. Go support another club if your standards are in the mud. Yeah. Exactly like that. But yeah, it's just now. It's becoming. Let me just read this. Who was worse, Hoddle or Potter? Oh, Potter's worse, man. Don't give me that. Before Roman came to Chelsea, this was the level of Chelsea mid-table. So I find it funny when everyone goes crazy like Chelsea. First of all, Chelsea are a big club. They're a massive club. From about 96, 97 onwards, we didn't finish 10th whatsoever, apart from the 15, 16. So this isn't normal whatsoever for over nearly 30 years. So we are a big club. We're the biggest. Yeah, we're one of the biggest clubs in Europe. So in the world. So, don't give me that rubbish. I blame the English media hype around a manager whose best accomplishment is 9th. Yes, very protected. Very protected. Redemption literally got 4th for Rome. Yeah, literally got 4th. We won all those. Do you know what? Just don't even bother. Don't even bother. It's just an easy thing to try and react, and I did react. It's just pathetic. Andrew, when people say Klopp and Arteta had time, by extension, are they saying if Rodgers and Emery had time, they would be doing as well as Klopp and Arteta? Yes, Potter isn't. He needs to go. There's context in there as well. Klopp had the CV. Arteta won a cup. Rodgers won the League Cup as well, I think, with Swansea. Bowley wants a yes man. Every club manager is really a yes man. There's sort of different bits here and there, but you know what I mean? If they accept the stands to go down, I mean, look, would you say Klopp's a yes man? Because he allowed that to happen. You know what I mean? I think the problem is money. Players know they're leaving. Players wanting higher wages. Plus, you have to work in a way that the out players have some value at the end of the season. Who cares? But the thing is, it's like, I appreciate your message and everything. This isn't directly you or anything like that. Why are you playing Ziyech? Why? Twice now. Even under Tuchel when he played him after he wanted to against Southampton away when he was close to joining Ajax. And it's like, it's not really going to affect the prices for these players. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham are better in all departments. They're about to become a bigger. No, they're not, bro. They're not. And listen. This is not a good Spurs team. That's the thing. It's not a good Spurs team. They're not. How can they become a bigger club than us? How? Tell me, how are they going to become a bigger club than us? They're going to win the league multiple times. Are they going to win European trophies multiple times? Are they going to do that? Even that big stadium does not mean you're a big club. It just means you have a bigger house. It's not the worst Chelsea side, Minerals FC. It's been worse. I think it's the worst. We're playing probably the worst football. Yes, he was. He was literally in their office the day after the transfer window. Yeah, probably 3 draws. Wow, you're optimistic, Bobby. 3 draws. All right, so I'm going to send a link out now to a few of the guys. They're going to jump on. We're going to go through the player ratings. You can give your ratings in there as well. I'm going to send that right now. Don't worry. We're not going to have all people talking at once. Everyone's going to get a fair try. I'm going to go through the player ratings. We're not giving rating. Everyone's not giving a rating for every single player. I'm giving one player to one person, etc. So we'll skip through them and then we'll let the guys have their opinions and therapeutic session will evolve. So I'm going to get them on. By the way, who was your man of the match yesterday? If there was one. I can't believe there was any man of the match, really. Oh, he was better than this one. Oh, my God. All right. Oh, they've sent the link out now. Sterling? He was good. Well, not good. He was okay. By the way, I thought that was one of João Felix's worst games yesterday, and that's not on par. That one you can't really put on par. That's just how he played. I've got Couch. How you doing, sir? Are you good?
You asking me if I'm good, guy?
Sorry. Are you feeling less bad than you did yesterday? Sorry. Are you feeling...
Yeah. After the game, I took my son to the museum. You know, we saw some dinosaurs and stuff, so that was cool.
That's good because you saw prehistoric football just before you went to the museum.
Well, so I don't even know if what we saw yet before the game could be even categorized as football. It was just brutal.
Callie here as well.
Callie.
Potter, continue talking, Couch. You're good.
I don't have anything else to say. Like I was really appreciative of the fact that I was able to go to the museum on a Sunday with my son, and just wash away the sour taste that I was left seeing Chelsea go down to Spurs 2-0 without a fight. Like without a fight. You get 20 minutes from these guys under this manager. 20 minutes of good football or okay, adequate football. And then you get into, the 30-minute mark, 40-minute mark of the game, and it just evaporates. Like there's absolutely nothing that the energy that you get from being in a London derby against like a bitter rival is gone after 20 minutes. How is that possible?
I said it on stream. Oliver Skip, that was his very first Tottenham goal, right? That was his very first Tottenham goal. You resign after that during the game. That's you know what?
A bag of crisps scored against us at White Hart Lane.
Oliver Skips. Don also here. Do you know what? Oh, you ran out again. Hang on, I'll add him again. Yeah. Let us know when you're ready. You know what? Let's do the player ratings. We'll go one. We'll do one player at a time. We'll add people in, and they can have those. One. Couch. I'll give you Kepa. And in the chat as well, give us what you thought of Kepa's performance as well.
I mean, he didn't have any work to do, and he didn't save any of the goals, so 0.
Yo, Couch has really lost it. I've never seen this shit before.
Yeah, that's facts. That's a 0. Like, should have saved the first one. Second one, I mean, not really his fault, but he didn't really have a lot of work to do. The first one he should have saved, though.
Okay. Hey, I'm not. Listen, you lot can debate in the chat if you disagree. I've seen a lot of low numbers. The highest one I've seen is 5.
5.
So highest one I've seen is 5. Okay, Callie, Reece James.
This hurts my soul. This hurts my soul. I don't put it on him, but I can't give him higher than a 5, and that's biased. If I'm being honest, it's probably a 4. The whole squad doesn't get above a 5, really.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. There's something, whether he's holding back or he's been told to hold back, there's just something not right at this moment in time with the way he's playing, because he's one of our best attacking outlets. So, yeah. Showtime. First of all, welcome, Showtime. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Showtime?
Good morning, you all.
Morning. I'm going to give you Koulibaly.
I give him I mean, he held it. I give him.
I don't even think we were bad defensively, to be honest.
Yeah,
we weren't
really
bad
that.
defensively.
Even when Silva went down, we weren't really that bad. My thing is, why did we leave Chalobah out the squad? I don't know if he's hurt or not.
Talk to Potter, fam. Talk to
That was
Potter.
my biggest issue with not having Chalobah. That was like a real shock to me. But Koulibaly, he held his own. I mean, I can give him a 6.57. I didn't really see him struggle.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Don, how you doing? You okay?
What up, Don?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm numb to the pain right now. I mean, last week I was pissed off, but now I'm just kind of sitting back, waiting for the inevitable, man.
Well,
Literally.
after the ratings, we'll just go free for all in terms of this. I'm not going to rate Silva because I don't think he played that long. I'm going to give you Wesley Fofana.
Ooh, I think it was just average. Didn't do anything really. I think he was better against Southampton. Like Couch said, we didn't do anything wrong defensively, in my opinion. I would just give him a standard 6. I would say, just average performance.
Okay, that's fine. Couch, go back to you. Actually, no, I'm going to say Chilwell. I thought he had a terrible game. If I'm being honest with you.
Poor Chilwell.
Chilwell, I didn't think he had a good game, and I was just thinking if that was a Cucurella performance, imagine the hate Cucurella would get, or the criticism. I'm going to criticize him for this game, Chilwell. I thought he just didn't. I don't know. I don't know what the game like with the rest of them. I don't know what the game plan was with Chilwell. What he wanted him to do, what he didn't want him to do. There was no real link up or anything like that with Sterling. I'm going to give him a 3, 3.5, possibly something like that.
3.5.
Kulusevski.
Do you know what?
Cooked
No,
him.
sorry. I'm not
Cooked
sorry.
him.
I'm not doing 0.5s. I'll give him a 3. I'm not doing 0.5s. 0.5s is meaningless. It's still low. So 3. I'll give him a 3. Couch, big talking point. Maybe add some context to it. Enzo.
Cook him.
Why would I cook him? He was good. It was just the position that he was afforded on the pitch. You know, like
No. I'm talking about Potter, not Enzo.
no, I'm not really dealing with Potter right now. Like
We're gonna get to Potter. Don't worry about that. We're gonna get to this guy.
What I saw from Enzo, like, granted, it was very hard for him to really, dictate the game. Like, I thought he had a lot of touches. Like, he was getting on the ball a lot, but not in areas that he can really impact it in the final third. So I think he had probably close to 140 touches in the match, somewhere around there, if I remember correctly. And if he's not able to effectively get on the ball in that final third and make the difference there, then, I mean, can we fault him? I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think anyone played well yesterday. Sterling was all right. So I'm going to give him a 5. But, he didn't create anything. He just didn't create anything.
Couch, this goes back to the point that we kind of sort of spoke about with Forward before, because Forward was mentioning before about sticking with Ruben because he's been playing well, right? And what's his name? Zakaria and Kovacic slowly coming back from injury. But I was like, look, I'm all about meritocracy even, and playing players on form and actually having that competition, right? If you play well, you're going to keep your place. But
absolutely,
at times you need to look at what you've got and say, right, this is my strongest 11 now. Everyone's fit. Ruben shouldn't have started that game. Ruben should not have started that game. I'll be honest with you, because Enzo, I need to see him with someone who is doing the defensive work and just let him do his thing, right? Ruben's done well, but there's better options there. And you're not going to see that Enzo until we get better around him. And again, it's annoying that we got rid of Jorginho. I was saying this in the group chat, guys. This is going to be a problem because, number one, if Arsenal win the league, it's going to come back to bite us. And on top of that, Jorginho was always going to play like this at Arsenal, because when Man City wanted him, I always said Man City was the best option for him at the time before he came to Chelsea because of how they play, right? He would have been allowed to have the license to just keep the ball ticking and not have to defend as much, because we know defensively and the physicality is not there. But what Jorginho can offer you is that ball retention, and he knows how to keep the ball in tight positions. That's one thing he can offer you, right? His long passes aren't the best. They're not as good as Enzo's, but he's a good footballer. That's the main thing. He is a good footballer. So you're not gonna get the best out of Enzo, even putting him next to Ruben. As well as Ruben's been playing.
We keep saying the best out of Enzo, though. Like the best out of Enzo. Okay, so if you put him next to Zakaria, that may liberate him. But even as that happened in the game, it didn't unlock Enzo. Like you act like Zakaria came on with 30 minutes left in the game.
Well, let's get.
But then after that, look, it goes back to the in-game management, because that should have been there from the beginning. I mean, we should have. Yeah, we'll go through that, right? But that was just my point there about Enzo. That was my point on Enzo.
Yeah, the magic in the cut is well welcome. So, Callie, you get RLC.
I hate doing this to certain players. RLC is that type of player that's always going to go underappreciated. Like, quality-wise, we can't sit here and act like he's the greatest midfielder or, definitely can't be playing him as right back. But the reality is this, okay? One, he's limited by the injury that he got, so his quality is limited. Two, I don't even put this score on him. I put it on Potter. Literally, the whole team was shit, therefore it's on the manager. So for RLC, I'm going to give him about... Fuck, that midfield was horrible yesterday. Oh, I'm giving him a 4. I'm giving him a 4.
Do you know how many touches apparently he got in the game yesterday?
Depending on what you say, it might be a 3. What's the answer?
37.
That's a 3.
37 touches?
Yeah, put him back down to a 3.
Apparently 37 touches he got yesterday.
Wow.
In a full 90-minute derby game, put him to a 3.
He got replaced by Zachary, didn't he? He got replaced.
Yeah, put him a 3. Put him a 3.
Yeah. Okay, 3.
37 touches, that's
So I'm
crazy.
going to give you... no, actually, hold on, Don. I'm going to give you Sterling.
Oh, Sterling was our best player, man. He was our best player. He was actually trying because, I'll be honest with you, like, we're going to get into Potter. I wasn't seeing style of play. All I was seeing was just Sterling trying to make something happen. He was trying to drag us out of the mud, right? He was trying. But again, there was no target point in the box. There was no focus because he put a seahorse in there again, right? Instead of starting an actual striker. So for me, I'd probably say Sterling, I can't give him any more than a 7. But he was our best player. Probably say 7.
Right. So when I
7.
say sorry, let me just clarify. Just right. You might change your rating now, Kelly. 37 touches, but he actually performed pretty well those 37 touches. So you might want to bump him up to a 4. But that's the thing. You using a midfielder and he's only getting 37 touches. That just tells you something about whatever this game plan was of Potter's, that you don't utilize the midfield like that. Showtime, I'm going to give you Felix.
Felix, I mean, what was given for Sterling?
Kelly, sorry.
I said 7. I said 7. 7.
7?
Oh, that's real dumb. Yeah.
I am not giving Felix no 7. But I'll
Give
give
him
him
a 5.
Yeah, I can give him a 5 or a 6. I mean, he had some sparkles here, but I just think that something is off, man. Because he came in hot and now he's showing that it's time to feed off.
Every player is doing this.
He came in hot and then now he's starting to look like every other Chelsea player, you know.
Yeah.
So he's just 5.5, 6.
Nomadic, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Nomadic. I don't know what you're going to feel this. I'm going to give you this player, Mr. Ziyech. I'm going to give you. Okay. Do bedtime. We can't give you a 4-hour stuff on this. So what do you
Cook
think
that fraud, Nomadic.
Mr. Ziyech?
You know, in the group chat, I was one of the few people that I was trying to understand what he was trying to do with Ziyech. I really was. Okay. I'd give him... what did you give Felix? Because I know Sterling got a 7, which I think is too high for me.
Showtime, what
You
did
think
you
too high?
Felix?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nobody's over a 6 for me.
I think Raz
5.5.
getting a 7 is too high.
To be fair, I'll drop it to a 6. You guys are right, actually. Yeah, I think I'll probably say a 6 is more fair, more accurate for Sterling.
It's only because we lost 2-0 at fucking Shite Hart Lane.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
yeah.
have to bump that down.
I mean,
Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right.
He had one shot on goal, like, where he cut in and probably could have scored, should have scored. But other than that, he didn't really do that much.
Okay, so what did
And you
He
know-
was taking guys on.
Showtime, what did you give Felix?
Oh, he's a 5.5, 5
Okay.
in that range.
Go on, Nomadic. There's your scores. I mean, you don't have to go by what these guys are doing. You just give your own score.
Not give Ziyech a 5. I think perhaps he was a bit fortunate to avoid that red card, because if you see what they were giving for Casemiro and all that, and I know Casemiro put hands on the guy's neck and all that, but I think he was very fortunate because he appeared to connect with Emerson's face. He was mostly involved in it was the most involved in the game I think he was during that red card.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at his stats, he literally just managed 31 touches on the ball.
Mm-hmm. So what are you giving him?
At most, I'd give him a 5, because at least he would at least he would track back. That's the only
listen,
thing, and he was sort of like trying
No
to allow
tackles, no
Reece to
interceptions,
bomb.
no tackles, nothing.
What did you give Felix? Because
5.5.
Felix, I'm also thinking Felix disappeared in the game. He had a really lively start.
He had 3 tackles or 2, Felix. by the way.
Nomadic. The whole team disappeared. I'm putting that on Potter, but for Felix, if we're
In fact,
talking like
as a
players,
matter of
if
fact,
we're really
Where
being
have we heard
honest,
that
if we're
story
like,
before, Callie? Where have we heard that
as a
story
matter
before?
of fact, Felix led the team
wait,
in
we're not gonna get
tackles,
into that now.
total
Hold-
tackles, just so you guys know. Felix with 3
What did you
tackles
say,
led our team in
Couch?
tackles. I said Felix led our team in tackles with 3.
Are you fucking
Good
serious?
God.
Are you serious?
That is embarrassing.
No. Let's get to these player ratings. We need to get to the actual cooking, bro.
Nomadic, yeah,
Go ahead.
listen,
Okay, I
listen.
think I'm gonna. No,
Go on.
you all are not. I think I'm gonna give him a
Give him a
4.
3, Nomadic. Give him a 3.
Go on.
You should have given Jem Ziyech because definitely Jem was mad at Ziyech.
Jem would have cooked him.
I was going to take Ziyech, but I didn't want to be too biased because I would have gone on for like 20 minutes about.
Exactly. You would have
But,
cooked him.
Yeah. So
Let's just get over this player ratings, and then I see everyone is gonna. The rest of you are gonna cook him. I know.
Go on. What do you give him?
I'm gonna give him. I understand. Since you all have given Felix a 5, I'm gonna give him a 3.
Okay. That's so. Listen, I don't listen. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Listen. I might be giving him lower, but I'm not going to argue over a 3. Really, a 3's shit. So,
Because I think he's the lowest for the rest of you, right? I think he's gonna get the lowest rating.
Right? No, I put Chilwell as a 3. I think as well. So.
Nah, he's the same as Chilwell. It would have been a 3 for me.
Yeah.
Like no.
All right. So I'm not even going to. So I'll give this one to Couch because I don't want to be biased about this guy because obviously people think I've got a bias against him. So I'll give you Havertz there, Couch.
Oh, that's easy.
Cook that
Oh
fraud.
my God. Couch is gonna cook him.
I mean,
I think Jem's gonna mute you in a second, Couch.
I'm just saying I don't want to be.
Where is Jem? Where is Jem? Is he still in the chat?
He's
Okay,
active.
good.
He's still there. He's there.
Yeah, he's active, brother.
I can't do this to Havertz because I would be seen as biased. So it's all good.
I don't think Jem can defense this performance. I don't even think Jem can. Like just running around, not really looking to get into areas to be effective. Like it looks like he was hiding from the ball more often than
90
not.
minutes as well. 90 minutes as well.
But here's the thing about the 90 that I don't understand. I don't put it on him. He was
No,
flirting with the red.
Another
was flirting-
fucking 90.
He was flirting with the red for about 30 minutes. Like because he was in Romero's face for a good like late tackles here and there, like running in on him and Royale as well. And I just couldn't understand, why are you not taking this guy off? It's not like he's providing you anything up top. It's not like his movement is creating space for other guys to get in behind. Like there's nothing happening. He was just dead. And this joke of a manager decides to keep him on for a full 90, brings on Aubameyang with 8 minutes left into the game or something like that. I couldn't believe it. I was watching it and I was like, wow. Are you watching what I'm watching right now? Because what I see right now is a guy that is extremely frustrated, that is borderline gonna get a red. And this Potter guy, his in-game management is just like to leave him on for 90 minutes. Like, what are we watching here? Am I the only one that saw that thought that he was close to getting a red that match?
And you would give Havertz a what? You give Havertz. Here he is.
Can I just say this before I leave? Right, I'm in the gym now. All right, Kai Havertz.
Don't you dare, Jem.
Kai Havertz created more chances than any other player on the pitch yesterday, and has done
more chances.
And has done
how many?
And has done. Wait a second. Has done in the last 3 games more than the so-called João Felix in the number 10 that can't even.
Chances high.
Goodbye.
You are so shy.
That is shame.